So let's run through the chain of events. The Georgia elections didn't go well for the Republicans, so they decided to pass a bill making it more difficult for people to vote. And then some corporations, I guess driven by the fact that people don't like these attacks against democracy and they want to stand with where the consumers are, have stood against those bills. So you have companies like Delta and Coke putting out messages against this voting suppression bill. You also have the MLB deciding that they're gonna take away the, I'm gonna say, all-star game from Georgia. And that is not okay from the point of view of Republicans, because all of these corporations have been saying things that are incorrect politically and they need to be struck down as a result of it. So here is the governor of Georgia speaking out against all of this political speech that he's found so inconvenient.
Yesterday, Major League Baseball caved to fear and lies from liberal activists. They ignored the facts of our new election integrity law, and they ignored the consequences of their decision on our local community. In the middle of a pandemic, Major League Baseball put the wishes of Stacey Abrams and Joe Biden ahead of the economic well-being of hard-working Georgians who are counting on the All-Star game for a paycheck. Georgians and all Americans should know what this decision means. It means cancel culture and partisan activists are coming for your business. They're coming for your game or event in your hometown. And they're coming to cancel everything from sports to how you make a living. And they will stop at nothing to silence all of us.
There, he's saying that, okay, there's them wanting people to not vote, which is its own form of cancel culture, but for some reason doesn't qualify. And there's the corporation saying, hey, we want consumers to know we think voting is good. That's cancel culture to the right, Francesca. It doesn't make any sense to me. I guess when you pretend that your party is in favor of free speech and political expression and they're not, you're gonna sort of end up in these awkward, contorted places. But this seems like a hard sell to imply that a corporation saying what it either believes or more likely thinks consumers believe, that is cancel culture. I don't understand.
Yes, this is going to be the next 4 to 20 years of our lives talking about cancel culture. Just the can't like, so, I just can't wait. I see the future. I see the grave of cancel culture. I lay a flower on it and we never have to talk about it again. But this is of course now the culture war, and the only thing I want to cancel is the culture war. But here we are. It's a merry-go-round, and that's exactly right. Like the MLB, first of all, made its own damn mind up. Like they were not told by Stacey Abrams or Joe Biden. They're not, driven by anything. They're driven by money. And it's a bad look to put your game in a place that is like systematically disenfranchising a whole lot of black and brown people.
Yep.
Who, by the way, are our baseball consumers, right? They like the MLB. And it's not a good look for you. These are also people you're trying to sell ads to in commercial breaks. So like, look, the MLB is not a hero here, but they don't want drama. They don't want to be in a place that is politicized, right? Especially in the year 2021, right? We're not. Somehow they're trying to drag us back. GOP in Georgia are trying to drag us back to Jim Crow era, and so like by actually continuing the game, you are making a political statement. So, and I know we're gonna get into like whether or not that is a good thing to boycott the state, and I think there's a really interesting debate happening around that.
Sure.
But Kemp, honey, this is what's gonna happen. Like you want to basically like put your talons in your democracy and completely contort it so that you win every single time and change the rules when you don't win, then suffer the consequences.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I'm glad that you alluded to that. There's a debate about what the correct tactics should be, but you either believe that individuals and corporations can express things or not. I mean, here, we're not even talking about like huge amounts of unregulated campaign contributions. Like, I think we should have that conversation. Here, it's just like Coke put out a statement. You either think the corporations can do that or should do that, or you don't. So which is it? Is Coke fascist because they say, hey, people seem to like voting, so we're gonna be in favor of voting, or not? You liked Goya when they were with Trump. That was a corporation. Why didn't they keep their beans out of our politics? No, you liked it then. You like his pillow. He's all up in politics. So which is it? Should corporations be in politics or not? Personally, I say, let's just simplify things and get them all out of here. But that said, whether they're investing money in politics or not, they definitely want to be seen to be on the side of the people, and the people are on the side of the people voting. This shouldn't be a surprise. Now, it's not just about cancel culture, it's also about Stacey Abrams. He brought her up. Notably, she's a critic of the law, but she's pushed back on calls for sports leagues and corporations to boycott the state. She's not even necessarily in favor of it.
Exactly.
She said on Friday that she was disappointed that baseball officials had pulled the All-Star game, but she was proud of their stance on voting rights. So he says she's responsible for it when she's literally advocating for them to not do it. But you can, like, I guess you could forgive him, since I'm sure he didn't look. He just thinks everything bad, that's gotta be Stacey Abrams. It wasn't enough that he cheated her out of an election win. Now he's got to hound her for literally years. Yes. So anyway, yeah, the whole thing, it really just, it's so nonsensical. It's so, like, they don't even have to pretend that their concept of cancel culture is based on anything. It is just what helps us right now. What makes us seem good right now. We like that. And if it's inconvenient later, we dispense it. Doesn't matter. Our followers will never call us out on that. We'll just do it. It'll be great.
Yeah, I just want to clarify that, like, Coke and Delta and the MLB, they did not do this out of the goodness of their hearts. They don't care. They don't have hearts. They're money grubbing stock buyback corporations that steal water resources from the world's population to bottle fizzy, overly sugary drinks. Like, these are not the good guys. So what does that tell you about where we are in American history when the not good guys, the middle of the road, the most middle of the road, safe corporate brand is saying, nah, don't like it, not gonna touch it, don't like this voting law? It tells you that it's that actually what you're doing is controversial, and that voting is non-controversial, that voting rights are non-controversial rights, right? This is the middle of the road. And so what side are Republicans on? 100 years ago. Just Jim Crow South, yes.
Yeah.
Like, so far behind where we need to be. And so I know we're gonna talk about Trump, but like, just remember that. These aren't the heroes, they're the middle of the road towers. And Republicans are not even on board with that.
For more political news, breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.